Afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending where you are. I want to welcome you to SKTV. This is Sekou Kenan, coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. I want to encourage each and every one of you to go ahead and share the show. This is going to be pre or post-election, post-election conversation, post-election analysis. We just listened to the chairperson of the National Elections Commission in the Republic of Liberia. So this is very, very important conversation you don't want to miss. We want to encourage you to go ahead and share the show, and we will come back and put everything into the right perspective as to what really happened, whether or not we should take this whole result credible or not. But we want to encourage each and every one of you to share the show. We'll be right back with more analysis about what really transpired, what to believe, what not to believe. This is very, very, very key.
Momel Jabi. Bani malu lalu kana boni teriya ko na fati teriya la manona. Na pinga kumakala me kana bori teriya ko na fati teriya la manona. Teriya ko la dala kumama ate bona tusuna. Na fati teriya la bituni. Teriya ko la dala kumama ama sabati tusuna. Na fati teriya la bituni. Teriya ko nyomo de me nyomo de me bona teriya la. Na fati teriya la bituni. Teriya ko nyomo sutara sutara mana bo teriya la. Na fati teriya la bituni. Iba kola modo mai teri kenna ti tate mona gibe giri mo teri ko. Iba kola modo mai teri musonna ti considere mona gibe sotte wo teri ko. Na ye teri ko fe. Iba namba teri ko fe. Ati balo ati teri abo ni minka di fe. Iba namba so no fe. Bete dia la be ye bete boya be ye ni mingi sipiri me. Iba nanko bolo ke. Namanko efase. Ifani babine na mono bekitere musonna tijate muna gibe giri wote ko. Ifanamba finikofe. Dunya babine na mono bekitere cherno ti considere muna gibe tuntu wote ko. Itu mona mono go santa na ko fili na fara ka kuana sanke me wote fiye. Ifanamba finikofe.
I'm sorry. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kene, as always. I want to say thank you to all of you for joining SKTV. We want to encourage you to go ahead and share the show. It's getting greasy, it's getting juicy. The politics is getting sweet. It's getting very, very sweet. I don't know about you. For me, I'm just excited to see how the whole politics is going in Liberia. If you're a Liberian living in Liberia, I'm sorry. The way things are going in Liberia, I'm not sure what's going to be the outcome. But if you're a Liberian living outside of Liberia and you fought, you did everything to yield some fruitful result in these elections, I would say kudos to you. Some of you are already giving up. Some of you are already throwing some blame game, attacking each other. I think it's too early for that. I think it's too early for that. We told you the other day, on the day of the election, we told you that we were not satisfied with the way things were going, with some of the report we were receiving. We told you very well that some of those information that were coming, they were not credible. Now we just listening to the National Elections Commission, the chairperson of the National Election Commission, in the presence of the international community, international observers, former president, the entire world, BBC, VOA, all of the correspondents were there. You listen. You listen to the National Election Commission chairperson telling the world that there are some area in Liberia that polling is going on today. The voting is going on today. Did you hear that? Okay, maybe you didn't hear that. Did you hear the Election Commission commissioner confirming that there was a district, or there's a district in Grand Bassa County that received their polling material, the ballot box. They receive it late. Voting is supposed to start when? 8 in the morning. The ballots are started to arrive there. Up to 12:30 p.m., we reported that they are yet to receive the ballot boxes. They cited reason. They say it was because of bar rule. You have 3 years or 6 years to get prepared for this election. But few hours, you are 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours late to deliver election material. Okay. Beyond that, those people that were giving election results yesterday, giving results of precincts, the election commission is telling you now that voting is still ongoing. Imagine you have 2.4 million registered voters. The result today given by the National Election Commission is less than 2% of the entire vote. They want to give a few numbers in Montserrat. The only county that they mentioned, the only county that they mentioned in terms of result was Bomi County. Can you imagine in Bomi County, out of 4,000 votes, Joseph Boakai presumably get over 2,000 votes. George Weah get 1,134 votes. Cummings get 32 votes. Is that realistic? Does that make sense to you? Does that really make sense to you? Even officials of the CPP in Bomi are more than 32. Just officials. Officials of the CPP in Bomi, they are more than 32 people. But they say Cummings get 32 votes out of 4,000. Does that make sense to you? Absolutely not. Beyond that, people were announcing results of the election yesterday, having paper in their hand, with result already in it, while people were still counting in all the precincts in the country. But other people already had the result. We are not clothed with authority to pronounce or announce anybody winner or winners. But some of you need to be very, very, very careful. That's why political maturity matters. It matters a lot. Some of you are conceding. Some of you are throwing blame. Some of you are attacking each other. Some of you are blaming everybody, insulting everybody. You know, agreeing to the myths that have been put out there. That is bad. That's not politics. You have to understand the country that you are talking about here. That's Liberia. As a matter of fact, these people want you to believe what they put out there, and you are conceding. And some of you, in fact, recording each other. You say you were with certain people, but you are there recording their private conversation and sending it to your opponent. That's why Liberia is such an interesting country. But let me tell you this. We predicted this. We told you this over and over and over. The fact that people were announcing results The fact that people were giving results while people already posted content. The fact that all the announcement people did yesterday, NEC did not even touch it. Everybody claiming victory. Akala Gray claiming victory. The United Party person claiming victory. People giving their own result. People giving their own, result on all the polling centers. NEC did not even touch it. NEC only talk about bombing and few districts, and not only a few districts, few polling places in Montserrat. It means that not even 2% of the vote, or not even 2% of the election has been announced. But then you are there throwing insult, insulting each other, blaming each other, blaming this, blaming that. You gotta cut it off. I saw somebody yesterday. I mean, what was it this morning? Conceding, worrying about 2029. You're not even finished with 2023 yet. This is just getting started. This is just getting started. Let me tell you this. We told you that the CDC is working very hard to avoid meeting Alexander Cummings and the CPP in the second round. You think about this for a second. In Montserrat County, the polling center that was announced comprised of 1,000 plus voters. Joseph Aga got 500 plus votes. We got 547 votes. Cummings got 39 votes. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? Does that look like something that really makes sense? Even the children, the youth in the communities in Montserrat, they are more than 100. Any polling center, they will get more than 100 votes in Montserrat. As a matter of fact, the reason why they have been very careful in announcing votes, NEC is being very careful. Everything going on, everything that is going on right now, they're trying to work their way around it. And the final result, whether first round or second round, the final result will project George Weah to be the winner of this election. I'm predicting again, and just watch. The United Party people that are dancing around, moving here and there is for nothing. It's for nothing. They are settling themselves up for chaos. Just watch. Everything, NEC been very careful how to come up with this, with the announcement, because they don't want people to get angry and people to act funny. Imagine the whole of the election. Look at the announcement. Going to Bomi County, giving 100% vote result in Bomi County, giving it to the CP, giving it to the United Party. United Party already won Bomi. Cummings only get, 32 vote there. Imagine. They are not happy. They will not be happy with me educating the Liberian people about what is going on in Liberia right now. They vote in this election or these elections in Liberia. They know exactly what to announce before even the election is held. Imagine election commissioner telling you 5 precincts are carrying on the election right now. Other people announcing the result. Insano. Imagine the amount of people that came out for Cummings in Maryland. But the people are telling you Cummings got only 3 people, 4 people, 9 people voting for him. While George Weah and Joseph Boakai getting 100, 200, 300 votes. The vote that the result that is being announced does not reflect the reality. It does not reflect the reality. They think people are stupid. Imagine the prison where Komi's wife voted, along with Komi's security. People that went together to say they are Komi's family and supporters. They went together to go vote, more than 20 people. But in that area, 4 people reported voted for Komis. Think about that. Think about this, man. So Komi's wife, all his security, his family people voted against him. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? You know, we said this before. There was some area yesterday, people went to vote. They told them they were already marked voted. They didn't vote. They were marked voted. Who voted for them? Who voted for those people? To tell you, election ballot boxes arriving 3-4 hours, 12:30, 1 o'clock, 2 p.m. when they're supposed to start voting 8 o'clock in the morning. What happened to those ballots? How do people voted? How many ballots? How many people voted? How those ballots were marked? Come on, man. People are not stupid. I mean, you know, sometimes when you can do some stuff, you should be smart about it. Don't tell me all the people. Hey, let me tell you this. I agree that you think this person got more number than the other person. I agree with that. Election is about winning or losing. That is 100% truth. But are you telling me that House supporters of Alex Cummings from the ANC voted against Cummings? So Cummings getting 3-4 votes, 9 votes, some area 0? Are you telling me CPP people, Liberty Party people, in the ANC people that travel from here in the United States to go to Liberia, they voted against Cummings too? Come on now. How stupid can people be? What kind of country is this? But let me tell you this. This is just the beginning of this election. The people who are clapping right now, do you know that all of them are claiming victory? CDC is claiming victory. In fact, first round victory. United Party is claiming victory and first round victory. You know what that means? At the end of the day, they are all gearing up for problem. They are all gearing up for confusion. Some area in the Mandingo community, Muslim concentrated area, where you have huge percentage of Muslim and Mandingo voters, and Vapi and other people who are believed to be ACO supporter. ACO got 0 vote. Zero vote. This is not limited to only Cummings. I'm just telling you how these things are programmed. Personally, I don't believe anything. I don't believe everything that they have said. It's all lies, in my opinion. I don't believe nothing. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't represent the truth. And people should stop pointing finger at each other. And to those of you who are saying, oh, because you are angry with Unity Party people, you're going to vote against Unity Party, you're going to support George Weah. Both George Weah and Unity Party are now your friends. They are now good for Liberia. They are now friends for Liberia. They are both disgraced for Liberia. Both George Weah and Unity Party are disgraced for Liberia. If you say, oh, because you're angry, because you think Unity Party will cost me, Unity Party, that's the same thing. You vote for Unity Party, you vote for George Weah, that's 6 and 9. And you know how 6 looking at 9? When you flip it like 6, we flip it the other way at 9. That's the same people, that's the same thing. They are not your friends. They are now good for Liberia. In fact, for Unity Party, they know. They know that something happened to bring them to the second round. This thing happened in 2017. Joseph Boakai did not have the number to go to the second round. They inflated his number. That's why Prince Johnson told you that, okay, you want to tell me, my wife, and my family will have voted against myself? Where we voted, if the vote came out 0, that's the same thing. Kumi's wife, Kumi's family, Kumi's security, more than 20 people work together to go vote in the same precinct, but then they end up getting full vote. More than 20 people of your family, they voted against Kumi's. These people are wicked. Stop blaming the Liberian voters. Believe me, the result does not reflect the way the people voted. I disagree. This is because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense. And stop talking about voting for or what they call CDC or Unity Party. And let me predict this to you. At the end of the day, whether first or second round, CDC will be announced the winner of the election. And Unity Party people will not agree, and there will be chaos. Just mark my word. That is the motive. All the things you're saying, oh, this person win the election, this person win the senatorial election, this person win the, everything is programmed. Look at the numbers for Sir Joseph. Look at the number for Women Pay. Women Pay not supposed to get that kind of number. But all these things, they program it. They make it look like, okay, Joseph Boakai winning in Bomi. Wait and see. The actual, we told you, they vote the election in Lofa County. How are you going to come out? Go look at the CDC number there. And look about Joseph Boakai number. In Dimma County, they divided the vote in a way that will reflect some balance. But at the end of the day, they're going to pronounce CDC winner of this election. All you think what you're doing, that for nothing. I'm just telling you. You think about this, if it makes sense to you. When nobody knew Kumi's, after getting into the election 17 months, Kumi's got 7% after the entire election. You see why they are predicting 3% now when the vote is yet to be counted? Because that's what they want to do. Kumi's did not lose support. No ANC person, nobody that believed in Kumi's in 2017 voted against him this time around. That's a lie. Kumi's number was added because Kumi never had the Liberty Party. Kumi never had Charlie Bronski. Kumi never had Musa Belletti. Kumi never had all the other people then in 2017. Comey did not lose a single vote from 2017. So Comey, if he couldn't get at least another percentage added, Comey should have had at least 30 to 40%. But let me tell you this. These things, they don't like me to talk about it the way we are talking about it. But I'm telling you, these people are fake. That country is fake. And even the people who voted, they're surprised. They are surprised. I'm telling you, they are surprised. They are surprised. People asking themselves, but what happened? Because your vote is now what is being read to you. So you stop attacking each other. You stop blaming each other. Your wait. I'm telling you, the people, they are planning these things. They already planned it. And the result going to be, they're going to put the result there up there small. Depending on how your reaction going to look like, will drive their decision how to put the result out. I'm telling you what I know. These people are very, very wicked. The Election Commission will be giving that report. You'll be giving the result of the election based on your reaction. If you give up, thinking that you already lost it, they will do it the way they are going. But if you stand up to say, you know what, we want to see the end of this, we want to see what's going on. Let's pay attention. You don't have to engage in violence. You don't have to attack. You don't have to attack. You don't have to insult anybody. But you don't give up so soon. The fact that you don't even, people already started giving result while people are counting the report, the ballot. Does that make sense to you? Where in the world, even the folks from here, from America here that went to Liberia, all of them that voted in their respective area, they are more than the number that's been given to Comey. You will tell me the people travel from here 2 times. They went to Liberia to register. They came back. They went back to Liberia, spending thousands of dollars, and then voted against themselves. I'm telling you, everything that's going on right now is planned. It's planned. But I said it before. I said it over and over on this platform. That the CDC is going to cheat. CDC is going to make sure that they go into the second round with the Unity Party and they will defeat the Unity Party. That's exactly what they plan, and that's what they're going to execute. So, the party opponents that are dancing, they're dancing for nothing. But let me tell you something. Some within the Unity Party, they know. Some of them, they know. Some of them working with this government. Few days before the election, I told you guys that they are carrying a pamphlet around, telling the people, say, oh, Ellen trying to cheat for this, Ellen doing this, Ellen doing that, Ellen doing this, Ellen doing that. And then telling in fact, they even said in that memo, asking the Liberian government to help them. So 2 of them can go to the second round. There are people within the Unity Party. They are part of this plot. And they are deceiving their own people too. They know too they're not going to win. They know this is meant for George Weah second round. But they're making it look like, oh, we win that thing here. We win that here. They will run their mouth behind the scene. They will go and talk to their own people. I spoke to a friend today who was very clear with me. We wanted to be where we wanted to be. We are where we wanted to be. I said, where are you? Where you wanted to be? In the second round or first round victory? say we are where we wanted to be. And that person is a Unity Party supporter. Well, I don't fight with anybody. We had a conversation, we laugh, but they say they are where they wanted to be. Some of them are aware exactly about what is going on. In fact, Unity Party people, the supporters, I'm talking about the followers, people who that know nothing about what's going on. They are the victim in this thing. They're going to make it look like they are happy. By the end of the day, they will give the result as expected, and they will count their people down to let everything go, let them move on. The Liberian people have spoken because it's pre-planned. They will still get what they were promised. Some of them will come back and work in weirdness government. The followers, the one that got nothing, that have no idea of anything, they're the one that will be angry, they're the one that will be fighting, they're the one that they will tear gas, they're the one that they will pour hot water on them, and they will go home. Case closed. Jawia will go continue. But do not be angry at the Liberian people. The people vote is not reflected in the result they are giving right now. It doesn't make sense. Look at entire bombing, man. How can Jawia will get 1,114 votes with everything going on in the country? Joseph Baga got 2,000 plus votes, and then Komis got 32 votes. 32. Not even 300, but 32 votes. Does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense. Even officials of the opposition, of the CPP, they are more than that number. Officials. Are they going to vote for them against themselves? Like I told you yesterday, Victoria, I respect her and I like her. Victoria, they say District 11. Precinct number 6. Why is it that was not announced today by NEC? That was announced yesterday that Victoria got 12 votes in District 11, polling number 6, then Komis got 0. 0. Can you believe that? Does that make sense to you? Is Victoria actually popular than Komis? Is Victoria likable than Komis? These are lies. They willfully allow certain people to win, to pacify some member of the opposition. They gave some good number to some people. They sacrificed some of their peoples just because they can maintain the presidency. We told you people this thing over and over and over, but you don't listen. You can know plenty. We said this. We've been talking about this cheating business for how long? They're going to cheat. They're going to cheat. They're going to cheat. And believe me, at the end of the day, CDC will be announced the winner of the election. Mark my word, whether that first round, they're trying to go for first round to avoid spending more money for runoff. They try to win it first round to make it look like Jawia get this thing. They are making all these people, they're making them happy because they believe if actual votes were going to be counted and they go into the second round with the CPP, they will have been flogged. So they bring it in Unity Party, because they know they can flog the Unity Party and nothing will happen. Because what's going to happen? They will try to win it first round. They're making it competitive. They're making a vote competitive right now between the United Party, CDC, United Party, CDC. At the end of the day, United Party will go home crying because they will announce the CDC winner. And all the opposition that are mad and angry at the United Party because of their behavior, they will say, okay. And they say they want to cheat, and they say they want to laugh at all the people that they will support, they will say, we agree. CDC warning. United Party, we're not doing anything. The people got the government, they got the police, they got the army, they got all the security apparatus. They will announce the CDC at the end of the day as the winner, and all the people that will go home. They will be quiet. I'm just telling you. All the people that are talking. United Party people are sorry for the little one, the follower, because they have no idea, they have no clue. In Madingo, they call them Dununga Sise. Like they just there. They have no clue about what's going on. And like back then when the older people were traveling, they will hold, they will take a chicken and tie the chicken 2 feet and put it over the whatever carry they carry, they put it on top of them. They carry that chicken has no idea what is in that luggage. Those followers and how they look at how they call it in Madingo, they just there. They just there for the sake of being there. They just being carried away, but they have no clue. Eventually, they will be crying. But that is the kind of Liberia they want to see. That's the kind of Liberia they want to see. The common people, they have no idea about what's going on right now. All the beginners, you can see them coming on Facebook, laughing, joking, invoking people. You're going to be mad at them. Some of my own beginners, I can see them, someone with the right to put my name there. They want to say something to me. Do one name. They see this thing all as fun. Some of them think this is like a competition. Some of them even think they suck a game. My team won. Oh, I'm happy. They don't even know the implication. They don't even know the aftermath of these things. They don't even know the repercussion as to what they are putting themselves through. They don't know the impact on their own future in the generation to come. They have no clue. Some of them think it's funny. Some of the people, some of the children, they think this is a joke. They don't know the implication. They don't know how much people were in these things. They don't know how much sacrifices the people went through. The thing is joke. The thing is funny. I'm telling you, the thing is funny. Some of the things there is about them, their friendship, because my other friend supporting the other person, I will make sure my friend will lose. Some of the things is about them. They have no idea about what's going on. But I can tell you, the international community is watching. You listen to the question today, one lady asked, the lady from BBC, also Voice of America, when she said to the chairperson of the Election Commission that you cleverly escaped the question, that you failed to tell the Liberian people and the world as to when election will be held in other areas that there was no election. Can you imagine how long it took NEC to get prepared for this election? Did you listen to Samuel Toa, the finance minister, months ago, telling the Liberian people that they finance the election to the fullest, 100%? Then somebody will tell you, say, oh, there was some ballot paper that got damaged because of water. Can you imagine how careless and irresponsible that sounds to you? People's life depending on this election. Oh, you know, the ballots was arrive on time, but the people say it was because of bad rule. Hey man, because of bad rule, how long it took you to get prepared for the election? Bad rule? Think about this. And she shamelessly said that as I speak to you today, some area in Sano, some area in Maryland, she said people are voting right now today because of the lackadaisical behavior of the Election Commission, or because of plan. They plan to do it that way. They plan to prolong the process. They plan to make the whole thing features. They plan to confuse everybody, so they can be throwing pointing finger at each other. Oh, you know, that thing here. Let me tell you something. When I saw some people from Commies surrounding, this time around, let me call name. I saw a post from Mariah insinuating that, oh, Unity Party people there, and you're voting me, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're more winner or than that. When CDC will take it from your hobby. So she already conceded, not only conceding, but declaring support for the CDC. That is political immaturity. I'm not going to fight her. I'm not going to blame her. But that is unfortunate. That is being very, very, very immature politically. In fact, this is not time for play. This is not time for joke on Facebook. For God's sake, Mariah was supposed to be the chief of office staff for Commies. You're supposed to be playing and joking about this thing right now? No. You're supposed to be quiet, be making assessment, be finding out as to what really happened, what went wrong. Analyze these things as to what is going on. Some of you allow yourself to be even recorded by your own friends declaring some form of support for CDC. CDC and Unity Party are all bad for Liberia. They're all bad for Liberia. The plan to kick you out, they all believe is in their favor. But what they don't know and what they care less about is what is in Liberia's favor. They care less about that. Just stop attacking each other, pointing finger, or declaring support for one party or the other. That is ridiculous. You can't do that. It's too early for that. That's why a lot of people were on the fence, believing that you guys are not politically mature, that you are a bunch of rookies, political neophytes that have no clue about what is going on when it comes to politics. You quick to jump gun. You quick to behave funny. Imagine the signal it will carry. Just imagine. For example, if you are Mariah and you are coming to play fun with these things, and even threatening the Unity Party, you're going to try to win, well, you're not winning, CDC carry. People already having problem with some of the decisions you have made. Those are personal decisions, those are personal life, but you should also work on the fine line so that people can attribute some of those things to your decision making. declaring support so early for CDC against the Unity Party. People are going to say, oh, well, we knew it. You don't do that. Don't do that. Just be quiet. You're not forced to say anything. Right now, you should be confused. You should be thinking about what happened, what went wrong. I've seen some guys conceding, making video, talking about 2029 when you haven't even gotten the result. People are still voting according to NEC. People, they are still counting the numbers. You're already conceding. You can't do that. You can't do that. Believe me, win or lose, I have respect for some of you. Whether CPP win this thing or lose, I respect some of you for your commitment to your country, for being a loyal supporter. Not only loyal supporters, but for going out of your way to put your money where your mouth is. Especially some of you that spend your time day and night calling people, talking to people, raising funds for commies, without even making yourself to be known by commies or by CPP people. That proves to me that you just love your country. And you really, really, really not doing it for money. You're not doing it for position. But you're doing it out of love and passion to see a better Liberia. I got respect for some of you. But there are some of you that have no respect for, regardless, win or lose. I don't miss my word. And like I told you, we are here to stay. SKTV is here to stay, regardless of who wins or who they give it to. Because at this point, I consider this as selection as opposed to being an election. Selection is different from election. I think there is a selection process going on. Election is where people participate. They exercise their franchise and choose who they want to lead them. Selection is something that is being devised behind the scene by so-called kingmakers, corrupt-minded people, unpatriotic people that will select the people they want to lead the country. I believe and I still maintain that this, what I have listened to, what I've seen, does not reflect the way of the people. And I want to respect the way of the people. The fact that the Election Commission is saying that there are other places that election is still going on right now. So what about people announcing the result? The fact that the Election Commission even talking about some area will still have election, she says she doesn't know. It will be in the days or weeks to come. Then you're announcing result. So which one are you announcing? Why is it that the Election Commission could not have the courage, the audacity to announce the result today? You're already claiming victory. Why is it the Election Commission is not doing it? Because they are doing it in a systematical way so that they will go by the reaction of the people. They did a similar thing in 2017. They set up the election, they vote in a way that will to just certain result, but then they watch to see the people reaction. When they saw that the seditious were so angry, were threatening war, seditious were threatening anarchy. They were threatening to burn the election commission. They were threatening all kind of bad stuff. They were scared. Other people were scared. They said, you know what, let's just give it to CDC. Selection process, not election. They allow people to go to the pool, to perform the formality, to make it look like something is going on. But at the end of the day, few people will decide how the country will be governed. I'm telling you this, and believe me, all these things will happen. They will make it look like the people are the one. They will make you to believe that the people are the one making the decision. But look at the process. Look at the process. Look at those communities, all those districts that Ellis Cummings went to. The people that follow him, more than 200, 300, 500 people that follow him in each of the time he went out there jogging or walking, shaking hands with people. He had passionate supporters. But the result will come 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that make sense to you? In fact, to tell you that these things were pre-planned, how can Cummings' wife, Cummings securities, Cummings supporter, Cummings family people, they will go and vote in a precinct? More than 20 people voted, but you gave Cummings 4 votes. So the man's wife and his people then voted against him. So all the ANC people, all the ANC, let me tell you something, all the ANC people, the executive membership, the executive committee of the people, their wives, their children, all of them voted against themselves. So all the Liberty Party people, all the CPP people there, their family, their wife and children, all of them voted against them. People are not stupid, man. If some of you are stupid, we are not stupid. And those of you who are throwing insult at each other, shifting blame on each other, attacking each other on a daily basis, I mean, on an hourly basis, because this thing started yesterday, you got to cut it off. You'll stop it. NEC is going to be announcing these results based on your reaction. If you say we have conceded, they say, okay, it's done. At least the people then they give up. Then they will be releasing the result small. Anything that will befit their plan. But if you say, you know what, I want to see what happened, want to investigate, how come? How this happened? You don't have to engage in violence, but be responsible enough to take the challenge, to find out, to investigate. If the people decision reflect what they are announcing, fine, so be it. That you respect it, move on. But it is too soon, it's too early for you to concede when in fact the people decision is not reflected in the announcement being made. Steve, welcome, my brother. How are you doing? And I mean, I'm not even following, but overall, what I'm trying to say here before you can come in is that I don't believe anything that is being announced. I don't trust the election commission. I don't trust them today. I don't trust them tomorrow. The fact that they were lackadaisical, or they willfully delay or retarded the ballot paper in some area in Grand Basel. The fact that they are telling us that there is election going on right now, today, right now, the election is going on, but people are already announcing the results. in those areas. The fact that Liberians were counting the ballot yesterday, at the same time, Spoon Network were also at the same time announcing the result of ballots that are yet to be counted. I saw, in fact, to tell you how this thing was done, I saw some people yesterday. When they called the places, they were opening the board. They already got the board printed and clipped. They will open it and give information from there. Ballots that were being counted. So I don't believe anything. I believe this thing is not over yet. And I also believe the final result, the selection process, not the election process. The selection process of this, what is going on in Liberia, the final result, CDC will be announced, winner. Unity Party people will be crying, or they will resort into violence. They will tear gas them for few hours. If they last for more than 3-4 hours, then the most, they will go home, and CDC will continue.
Well, Mr. Cannon, thank you. Folks, as always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. And as always, the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. The day after election, first of all, as I said on my post this morning, we respect the decision of the Liberian people, but there are consequences. You know, there are a few questions that run into mind. In life, you might not always have what you want. You might not always get what you want. That's just the fact of life, right? But it's okay for you to stand for something so that people can respect you. Now, if you are a CPP supporter or you believe in Mr. Cummings or for better Liberia or Tiawan Bongo or other people, what makes you think because you are mad at Unity Party that they are teasing you or they're making fun of you or your political leader or your political party? What makes you think that you supporting CDC will better Liberia? What makes you think that? What even makes you think you supporting Joseph Boakai if you never believe in him? But in the name of let opposition come together, when you support Joseph Boakai, it will make Liberia better. The truth of the matter is, if you believe that both choices are wrong, both choices are wrong. If the Liberian people decide that they will support, they will bring both of them, or they decide to impose themselves on the Liberian people, you let them enjoy it. And, we quick to forget. We don't think about long-term issues or situations because we Liberians, like I've always said, we are one of the people on earth that have a very short attention span. And so we quick to forget and we get temporarily excited. We quick to get excited for little things. I see people bouncing in the street or whatever it is. Let me tell you something. Let me say this, and I want to be clear about it. You elect CDC, you have empowered them, you have emboldened them for 6 years to do worse than what it did. It will get worse. And yet, you will cry blood, you will cry tears. You will. They'll be in the street celebrating. Is there any problem? You're not doing it to me. If you think you're hurting my feelings or you think this is a football game that somebody's supposed to win, everybody celebrates, this is a joking thing, that's 6 years. If you think you will elect Unity Party when Liberia will be better on them, that's 6 years. You will see. All in all, there is a consequences for the decisions that you guys made. There is. And you will live with the consequences. You will. You will live with the consequences. I know that the Liberian people they have short attention span because even the neck, like you said, they're playing up to the Liberian people emotion and their attention span. After 2-3 days from now, nobody will be talking about election, then the neck will give you results. And by that time, all your enthusiasm and momentum gone down, and you can do nothing.
Yep.
They think the people stupid. They think it's well staged, it's well being played out right in front of you. Like Prince Johnson said in 2017, the place he voted, did he betray himself? They were betraying anything happened to Kumi. Let me say this to you. Whether you voted for Kumi or you voted for Tiawan Gongo or Moluba or Sarah, the people we recommended to you, if you choose not to do the right thing, you will feel the way. You know what I'm concerned about? I'm concerned about the Liberians. I'm not concerned about the one in the United Party that already that part of the whole game and thing. Trust me, they know what they are doing. They know each other. The reason Spoon and jumped in front and started to give reports or whatever it is, they won't preempt this thing. There are certain people that are really into this. They want to see themselves winning, to be quite honest, because they're hustling, they won't come back to power, whatever it is. But the BB people that even in the United Party, we told you on the show, they got even some people in the CPP, they guarantee President John we are 12 years. It was signed long time ago. There are some people in the CPP that are part of the deal. They knew exactly what was going on. They play all along this time. But again, when you do these things, again, you don't do me a favor. You don't do Fegu a favor. You don't do Mr. Cummings a favor. You don't do Tiawan Gongo a favor. Listen, these people that came that can make the difference in your country, and you refuse to support them. I think somebody, and we are with Leke. There's no Baka with Leke. No problem. We'll be where we'll be making the thing. We are. Look, after the while the voting was going on yesterday, it's not kind of meeting. Somebody, I think I made your call, Mr. Kane. Somebody texted me, and she is a friend. She texted me on Facebook. She said, "Could you please, I just came from voting. I spent all my little cash at home. My brother, can you please be a blessing? I voted for GMB. Can you please be a blessing to me? I will need you to please send me $28 so that I can put my light on." I said, "But send a request to the Unity Party, the rescue team, and the GMB. Send it to them. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh no, you boy, you need to help me." I said, "No, I don't need to help you, because the people who have kept you in darkness for 18 years, you all go by and vote for them. I'm supposed to pay you money for that." But Mr. Kane, here is my concern. Here is my concern. I'm not worried about the temporary bouncing around, whatever it is. Here is my concern. How does things change even when you let President Jones here? Does the sanction go away?
No.
Does the drugs addiction go away? Does the stealing and the corruption go away? Okay, they're not thinking about that. You will see them coming back in the next 3 weeks to a month when George Weah is re-elected, when George Weah takes power in January and George Weah is in voting. You will see them coming back on Facebook. You speak for international community. Listen, tell me your friend no. The thing you're elected, the people you're elected, the people you're support, the people you're prior in ring and honor the son for, you're insulted good people. You're disrespected good people. You're going to enjoy it. You will enjoy it. And I can tell you, I will be right here on SKTV to rub it in your faces. Even when you're crying that you're children in the kid, I will be here to rub it in your faces that this is what you're voted for. I will remind you. I will remind you that is sweet for you. I will be ready to remind you. I will be ready. And we yet that the time now, all of us will start laughing and we agree.
So, Steve, let me tell you something. To be honest, even as a 30-year, I'm laughing. I am laughing. I've been laughing throughout. You will worry if you don't know what's going on. Yeah, but I know exactly what's going on, and I expected this, and I talk about it over and over and over. We said it here that these guys are planning to cheat. But let me tell you this again. The victims here, the little supporter of Unity Party, the little one, because they're the one that are going to be crying. The big one that know exactly what is in it.
Exactly.
They don't want to know exactly they're going to lose. They wanted to know that it's not about election. This is about selection. They know that George Weah wanted what he got. George Weah wanted to make them happy, to bring them to the second round and defeat them because they are not friendly with anybody. All the political parties that they can't stand George Weah, they're not going to support Boakai. Tiawon Gongolo and people there, they will not support Boakai. People there, they will not support Boakai. Monoma people there, they will not support Boakai. At the end of the day, most of the people there will sit home. And as I speak to you right now, the plan of the CDC is to announce the CDC as winner in the first round. I'm telling you right now as we speak. But NEC is playing by the reaction of the Liberian people, how people are going to react to it. They're trying to pacify you. They will be announcing the result drip, 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 drip. When they see that people are not comfortable, people are saying, everybody, no war, no this, no violence. Everybody, pacify, everybody, even forget the tension, people relax, people not cry, they tire crying. Then they will announce the actual result and say, we are won the election, and that will be it.
And guess
all
what?
the people that are here right now talking, blah, 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 they will come on SKTV again. They will say, yes. And then they will be calling you, myself, and other people to go and can talk for them that CDC not cheat them.
Guess who they will resurface? Guess who they will resurface again as heroes? Costa they will resurface again. And they will go back into the same cycle. And
that's what's going to happen.
And guess who they will be resurfacing? Jalon they will be resurfacing today again as best senators. Let me tell you something. Even when the CDC does the cheating, Prince Johnson, Jeremiah Kuhn will come on and say, let's just forget. Even Joseph Boakai. And that was it.
But I can tell you, 100%, I'm sure 100%, that at the end of the day, I spoke to 3 people this morning, 2 from CDC, and 1 from the Unity Party. And I told you the other one. The other one, he even joke. Jokingly tell me, I just called to laugh at you. I said, laugh now. He was laughing. But myself, I'm laughing. Because I know the end game. And that person was smart enough. When I say, oh, so you guys already won the election now? He said, no. Oh, you guys going to win the election? He said, maybe we will win it. I said, but first round, second round. He said, second round is possible, but we could win the first round too. I said, okay. Second round is possible. I said, we're going to win the second round. He said, we could win it because Liberian people are resolved. Okay. And then the CDC person is telling me, Sekou, this thing is over. I said, what do you mean? He said, it's over. I said, oh, second round or first round? I said, of course, first round. So I know the people know exactly what. In fact, that person was very straightforward to me. Sekou, I know exactly this is how it was going to look like. See, I know exactly this is what's going to happen. But mind you, the other person from the party actually called me to laugh at me, telling me, oh, you're supporting commies, you supported commies, you try, but your people then, it was a bad strategy, and that's why it happened. I say, if I say you don't be careful, I'll bring you in other news today. Say, but man, move on, man. Don't put my knees out. I'm not going to go about the knees out, but the person knows exactly what I'm talking about. And the person even told me, say, they're going to be watching for Steve's body language today. Maybe you're going to be crying.
But here's something that's very interesting.
To see what's going on. But I told that person, other person too, I told them, say, our body language remains the same. We are in the media. Regardless of the outcome, we're still going to be here. And the only thing I will regret to see Liberian people going through any hardship, regardless of what. I still believe that this is not their decision, Steve. So that's why they are Unity Party people that supported Joseph Boakai regardless of what. They will have voted for Joseph Boakai. There are seditionists regardless of what. They will have voted for CDC and George Weah. But in a broader perspective, the will of the people is not reflected in this result. There's no way Komi is going to vote against himself. There's no way Komi's family is going to vote against Komi. There's no way ANC people that have been in ANC for ages, that have spent their money and time and everything, they're going to vote against themselves. There's no way CPP people are going to vote against the CPP. That is not possible. There's no way Komi should be getting 2, 3, 4, and there's no way that people that voted for Komi, that supported Komi in 2017, that number have been reduced. No. And let me, as I speak to you right now, Steve, as the result continue to come, what we are saying today, what we are saying where I sit right now, where you sit, the next people are watching. They will make adjustment. They will increase Komi's number in some area to reflect some, because the artists stupid in the first place. They give you 0, 12. Where in the world Bwaga will get 2,000 votes? You will get 1,000 plus votes, Komi get 32 votes. Where in the world that is possible, Steve?
Mr. Kenneth, let me say something that's very important. That you see, long before this election, the CDC made compromises to get to where they are today. Look, the CDC knew that they couldn't draw attention to themselves, even with the Yeka issue. There are certain people they allowed to fly because their eyes were on the presidency. And that was part of the fundamental agreement.
Yeah.
That they could not people. As evidenced by that, have you ever sat and thought before? Why right after they don't want a second election, why they put his brother, and why they even decided that they would give his brother his job back after he was in prison or in jail for 2 years? Why did they do that? It was Moluba Molu and the CDC base who had a press conference to force their hand for that to not happen. This is all concocted. This is planned well. It's orchestrated. It's organized, and it's well thought of and carried out. Let me say this to the Unity Party people. Let me say this to them. Like you said, there are some people in the Unity Party that really, not all of them. I'm not talking about black fanatics, these people who agree with everything, even when it's wrong. You know, I'm talking about the sound-minded people who are in the Unity Party, the reasonable ones. Let me say this to you. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. To the people then who left from the United States, the CPP, the Congo, the Maluba, the Sarah Bezlo supporters, and all well-meaning Liberians who wanted change. Let me say this to you today. I'm sorry. It's not your loss. Don't get vexed. Don't be mad. Listen, the only thing I will say to you, allow them to live with the consequences and the choices they've made. Don't go to their aid. Don't go to their rescue. Don't do that. Don't assist them. Don't enable them. Don't empower them. They will not die. The same way how they've been surviving before you see the picture. They will survive that way. For those of you who are in the United States, oh, you know, we pass, and I get good high, and I get day one. It's time for you to get serious. Now you see, after you pay your ticket, after you've done everything, listen, it's time for you to double your effort. Let me tell you something. Let me just be honest with you today. In all the Liberian politics business, to be very honest, the system and the power that be, these people are bad people. They don't want anything changed. That's why they plan it the way they plan it, to make sure that they get rid of whether it's coming, they want to go, they get rid of any serious challenger. This was orchestrated. They ensure that they get rid of any serious challenger.
Steve, let me just, you continue. Let me just add to what you say. I 100% agree with you on that point. As a matter of fact, like I said, places that ACO was expected to do well.
Exactly.
Some of the areas they say ACO got 0. because these things were pre-planned. These numbers were pre-planned. And some area, people went to vote. They told them, say, they were already marked voted. How? Because it was pre-planned. So just to agree with you, they try to eliminate every major challenger to make it look like it's only the Unity Party and CDC, so they can easily defeat the CDC, or the Unity Party, and just move on.
But the people told you, before the election could even go, before people could even cast the first ballot, Senator Dara Zelan were telling you who the election will be between. For them, the focus is who the election will be between.
He said it's not clear. He said, because he didn't know exactly, what's going on. There are certain people that already know, actually.
Let me tell you the truth today. Let me tell you the truth today. Even Senator Dara Zelan winning the second round, the first round, it was all orchestrated and done to pave this way. They needed to pay back. It's like you invested somewhere. Certain people, they're allowed to fly because they knew in the grand scheme of things, they would need these people to work behind the horse to do certain things.
So let me ask you, Steve. Let me ask you. If this result, because many Liberian people are confused. People don't believe that this actually reflects their decision. If that happened to be the case, do we expect the Liberian people to say, to challenge, whatever result they are giving right now, to say, no, this is not how we voted? Because, it does not reflect anything. Look at McGibby. Even Joseph Parker and people that themselves, they know very well that they have no chance of even getting more votes than the CDC and the Unity Party. But the result that they are giving, their own result they are giving, Unity Party is even doing better than the CDC in McGibby. How possible is that?
So Mr. Kanye, let me say this. And the way I want to handle this thing, the way I want to speak about this part, I don't want to speak on a political term or to say anything. But unfortunately, the Liberian people cannot stand up to the result. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Any human being, the reason why they put people in jail or in prison, and in jail and in prison, they got something they call solitary confinement. Where you are, you can be there for 23 hours of the day. They put you outside for 1 hour. You can't walk around there by yourself. The reason for that is they want to mess with your mind. Anybody you kept in poverty, anybody that has trauma that will never address for a certain amount of time, anybody that you kept in jail and in prison mentally, you never expose them to facts, reality, and to certain things or to certain style of life or whatever it is, it becomes the way of life and they become afraid of you. In other words, sorry to say, but most Liberians are slaves in their mind because they're not free in their mind. They don't know what freedom is. So to even speak on what is right, their own rights, they will rather say, let's leave it with God or let's just forget it and move on. So you will see them settle and say, let's be with the devil we know, then the angel we not see before. When you hear them saying that, it's a way to tell you that there is no way we can welcome freedom. So even when you come to freedom, they go against you and fight against you. They do that. And that is exactly what we're faced with. This is deeper than politics. It's deeper than, there are no juju, there are no medicine, nobody casts any spare. Mr. Kennedy, the people's minds are confined. And
so that means because they know the mindset of the people, so they treat them as such. Exactly. Knowing the fact that we can do anything we want to do,
You will
And
not
they will
react.
not understand it, and they will have to complete. They have to, follow it.
You will have to. So let's say, for example, let's say, for example, if you take other countries and you bring something like, imagine people want protest, right? Imagine people want protest, but the people that want protest against, the plenty of protesters, but the people that want protest against, they go sit down on the table to negotiate with that people.
Yeah.
Just think about that. So let me tell you something. Everything that most of our people do, and sometimes I don't blame them, I feel sorry for them. Everything that they do, in all honesty, Mr. Kenneth, is subjected to what they know. And all they know is to beg. All they know is to suffer for crumbs. Imagine you kill somebody for stealing a bicycle. You mock somebody for stealing a bicycle or a piece of bread. But a man who steals millions of dollars that could buy billions of that bread, you make excuses for him. And you go to him overnight and he gives you $1 or $1, and you are content, and you have children, and those children see that, automatically they become slaves. So that means, in other words, anybody that been in slavery before, the children that are born in slavery, those children become automatic slaves because this is all they know. And so that's where we are. So I'm being honest with you, Mr. Kanye. It has the mindset that will be changed. And this is the biggest battle we've had. And to the extent, let me be honest with you, to the extent that it's extended even to the United States, to most people that live in the United States. Imagine you living in America. Just imagine you living in America and you behaving like somebody living back home. So it's not about the location, it's not about where you are. It's about the mindset. So don't expect anybody to stand up for anything. Don't expect anybody to revolt. And that's why they were very careful and they were very methodic in handling the whole thing with Mr. Cummings. Because they know that if they have made that mistake to cross Gongo or Cummings into the second round, they give them a chance, it was a done deal for any one of them. So again, we might never see it, the change mindset, especially with those of you people who have go. Mr. Kennedy, just imagine people passing in the ring and celebrating, only for somebody to come to answer for their name. How? And I swear, that's not juju. It is the mindset. Mr. Kennedy, you live based on what you know. Look, let me say this last thing. A few months ago, I wrote something. There was a research we were doing, and we're doing it on the Indian American people, the native Indian Americans. And we're talking about, we find out how intergenerational trauma has impacted them up until today. And so most times you will see them projecting as they're very humble and they're very quiet and they're very cool when you see them, whether that male or that woman. That might not probably be their nature, but they have to do that because when the white man came, what he did to them, how he treated them, is what they are living in today. Even for the African Americans, do you know some of the things that they did to the African Americans? Imagine a man standing right there, your children, your wife, your mom, your pa, your wife's mom passing there, and another man rape you in front of them. Just think about it as a man. Talk your manhood right there. So sometimes you see the way the African Americans act and react, it is because of how they were treated over years. So our people, to be very honest with you, it will be hard. It will be hard for them to stand up for themselves. So even when you decide to tell them the truth, to stand up with them in what is right, they will never understand you what is right. They will never understand what is right because they're not used to it. They're used to begging. They're used to what's supposed to be right for them. They're timid. They're not able to stand up and make the case. Then when you can talk, you get anything, oh, the person frisky, and the person who. But I'm not going to beg Joey. I'm not going to beg nobody for anything. I'm not going to be anyone to go negotiate anything. You want for to talk about the lab, let's talk it clear. If you're wrong, I'll say you're wrong. If you're right, I'll say you're right. So imagine people passing around talking about the one kush. Imagine. So, I mean, this is what you get, but again, the consequences will be worse. I can say this for a fact. Anybody wants to say I'm wishing bad on the country that your business, that I'm a business, because I know the consequences after the celebration and you're doing on Facebook, you're bouncing around. It will get worse. The country will not change. I'm not where they will reach themselves. In fact, it will even be more emboldened. There will be more emboldened. Then get them who they will come now and set and serve as heroes and Acosta and why
Yeah,
they getting behind.
and they will come back as the people's people. They're going to be, people's person. They're going to be fighting for the people. We're going to get back in circle again.
But yes, because that's how it works.
Yeah.
That's how trauma. That's how
And
trauma.
what's going to happen now? The party people, after when they are defeated or they are being kicked out, then they will go back to Costa now. Costa will come back again and be their hero, and they'll be clapping for him again. And Costa will be insulting the government people, their wife, then how they kind of shoot the wear, the purse they carry and everything. Then Costa will be their hero again for another 6 years. Then they
guess
come back.
They will say all the things that they did. They will say all the things that they did. All the things that they did, that was just politics.
Yeah, now politics.
What was it? They will say all the things, it was just politics. And that's why, hey, sad to say, there are some people that I saw what they did. I saw the position, how they acted. There is no way we can be friends because I just cannot walk past people who decide deliberately to hurt a group of people knowingly only to benefit them. No, I don't compromise those things. Maybe other people can do it. That's fine. You can keep it that way. But me, there's certain things I would draw lines on because they are the same 6 and 7. They're the same 6 and 7. Again, these people promised John Weah said 12 years. That's why if you listen to John Weah campaign speech, almost all of his speeches, he was reminding the Unity Party that they must uphold the 12 years that he promised to give him. Go listen to his speeches. He was not telling them that Brown life will be better. He was telling the Unity Party that he should give him chance for him to get 12 years because he gave them chance to get 12 years. So for them, this is game. For them, this is play. It's not about changing the lives of people. No, it's not. It has never been. And so that's what we found ourselves. But hey, like you said, we'll continue to talk. We'll continue to educate our people, inform them. Those who won't be
so for sure. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for everything. So we'll take a few calls. What do you think about what you are hearing so far? Yeah, thank you. So tell us, what do you feel about the election result that you are getting? For us, we don't believe it. We don't believe in it. We don't trust it. And that is our right. But it's up to you, whatever you think, how you think about it. What I can tell you for sure is that do not give up yet, because the election commission say the election is still going on. They say the counting is still ongoing. So a lot still going on. So don't trade, insult. Don't, be pointing finger at each other, blaming game and stuff like that. Don't do that. All you need to do is to get to the bottom line as to what is really going on and what really happened, what went wrong. For us, we believe that these are all games. And we believe that this thing happened for a reason. I think Steve wants to say something.
Yes, I want to say this thing before I leave, please. As soon as I log off, it came back to mind. If you are my friend or you are a family member or you just an acquaintance on Facebook and you say or you type or you write, oh, that the people mindset, this is how the people live, and you support Black Eye or John Weah, you are part of the people. Stop saying that the Liberian people. Because if you know better, then you should do better and stand for what is right. Because life is not always about being part of the popular people or the majority. It's about time that you take responsibility too, that you have enabled and facilitated some of these things some of these wrongs directly and indirectly by your support. Because you know deep down in your heart that Bouaka is not good for the country. You know Joey is not good for the country. You are convicted, but you decided that you support them because majority went to support them. So you are an enabler, and you should be ashamed of yourself, and you should stop shifting blame on the people who back down and are making the decision. You should start doing that. Maybe it's about time that you take some responsibility and say, shame on me that I enable these people. Maybe if you were educating and informing the people that you got influence on back home and say, listen, I love Joey. Listen, I love Bouaka, but this is not what the country needs at this time. Then you could have the moral ground to make any kind of argument or to stay anywhere and make the case. But if you know and you are convicted that these people are not good, but you went with the majority and the popularity, then you have no moral ground to be writing anything and be talking, and then like when people that how they can hold on.
These are not the majority, Steve. I just want to say that to you. They are not majority.
And you need to stop writing things. Should be ashamed of yourself. That's all I wanted to say. Because I see many of them writing, then I you talking about that. I want people to have a vote. Well, I want people to vote that way too.
That's not the way people vote. That's not the way the people vote. That's a lie. But yes, let me do this right here.
Sure.
Caller on the line. I think this is the Ivory Coast number. I'm not sure. Hello? Okay. Uncle? Hey, hello? So yes, I apologize. That was a call that was coming in from Ivory Coast. I thought it was one of the callers, and there had two callers on the line here, but dropped both of them. So you can keep your calls coming in. We will be leaving very, very soon. I want to say thank you to everybody who have been supporting SKTV throughout and before and after and before and through during this election process. SKTV is here to stay. We appreciate your support. We appreciate everything. We will only improve. We will only extend our reach. We will only extend our coverage. But we are here to stay. You can rest assured. Whatever be the end of the decision of the Liberian people, if they decide to agree and go with these people, we will still be here to hold their feet to fire. And if they decide to do the right thing, it's still up to them. But yes, to be honest with you, SKTV is here to stay, and do not give up on yourself. It's too early to shift blame, to attack each other. Study the process, investigate, find out, ask questions as to what really happened, what really transpired. That's all you need. You don't need anybody to tell you what's going on. But yes, we'll be here tomorrow, as you've been doing. We stay closely monitoring the process. But I can tell you for sure, we don't believe this. Let me see. Let me take this call. Hello? Hello?
Hi, Sekou.
Hey.
This is Madeline.
Madeline, how are you?
Sekou, I am so disappointed in Nigeria election process.
Okay, what's up?
How is it possible that all this time Mr. Comey campaign, okay? Campaign to the best of his ability and see all the people that were following him. And that the day of election, every police coming up with 2 and 3 votes.
Yeah.
How is it possible?
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
Nope.
These break the election and the champion Mr. Cummings, because everybody kept saying, oh, Cummings will be in a runoff. Cummings will be in a runoff. So the champion Mr. Cummings, because they couldn't see their red flag.
Yeah.
The champion Mr. Cummings. Just as how Liberia wants to go, we know the people were violent. But if I were in Liberia today, at that press conference with Liberia Election Commission International server there, that was going to start stoning the whole office so somebody can tell me what happened to CPP vote. Because when something small, you spoil it or tell your face.
Yeah.
They are afraid of the other people that have been running up and down, stoning and killing each other. They are afraid of them, so they talk about Mr. Cummings. But I tell Nigerian people, if this whole thing is over, and the way it goes, I'm not expecting it become a political leader have to speak before we can go behind here and say anything. Mr. Cummings have not spoken up. And I dare any person, United Party or CDC, I will turn on live and deal with y'all. Y'all better be quiet or let Mr. Cummings speak.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sekou.
So yes, I want to say thank you to all of you for continuing to follow SKTV. Like I said, Liberia, we have a long way to go. And many of the people who are jubilating and dancing today, believe me, tomorrow they will be crying. Because these things are set up and it's going to go as planned by the people who planned it. And at the end of the day, whether first round, second round, CDC will be announced, winner, President Weah will be announced, re-elected. Mark my word and thank me later. I want to say thank you to all of you. Be blessed. Be blessed. We're good. You're gonna.
pundo atanyeni apolo devila ita da bakaro so de la ita na abekile o de na